I was messing with you. I was playing with it.
All right, good evening, everyone. This is your host, J.R. Michael, and Pseudo the Beat Guy, with the voice in the back of the room.
Refresh.
Thank you for joining us with another episode of J.R. and the Beat Guy. Hope everybody's having a wonderful night, and get ready for an exciting episode that Pseudo and the voice in the back of the room has. I don't know what it is, but let them tell you what their poison of the night is. So grab your cappuccinos and your alcohol of the night and enjoy the ride. Welcome, everybody. How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing really well. Hey, JR, I got a surprise for you tonight.
Well, what? What do you
All
what
right.
you got there?
So, you know that I've been secretly working on a musical project in the background. It's not really so secret.
I'm supposed to only hear you from the room.
Yeah, I don't have the headphones on the thing. 1 minute.
Ladies, everyone,
This
recline your
down.
recline your chairs back. Enjoy. Grab yourself some coffee if you like. And,
All right.
Pseudo will. Okay, what we got?
All right.
Wait. It's a little blurry.
Yeah,
see it.
as soon as I moved up by the camera, it went blurry.
We still only hear you in the room, but that's fine. I can hear you.
Can you go wipe the camera? I gotta do it. 1 minute. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, everyone. We're having just a little bit of a technical blur.
Yeah, technical blur is the proper word for what just occurred. Am I loud enough? Yeah, it's showing that I'm loud enough. I'm picking up on the feed. All right, so I got a surprise for you.
Okay.
Is there a surprise for me? No. Okay.
Okay.
I've been working on a music project in the background, and on July 10th, we'll have Stranger on here with us. It'll be us and Stranger. It'll be the first American appearance he makes.
Straight from the UK?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
straight from the UK. So,
The UK.
my drink of choice tonight is I am
Yes.
trying Liquid Death, Sweet Reaper, Sweet Tea, Agave, and Vitamins.
Oh, you gotta put the clap sound for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready. Clap your hands for this one.
I don't have the sound of that. That's dirty, JR.
I didn't mean it like that, but
He sent me on an excursion to find him sweet tea.
really? Oh, this is gonna be good.
I'm going to do a drum roll too. Ready?
Yeah.
That's a drum joke. Where's the drum roll?
Trippy said, yo, good evening, MFers. My ex came with the clap.
Oh, wow.
Those were two
Trippy.
separate messages, but...
Trippy, you didn't have to go there. Keep that. But I don't even know what to say to that one.
She came with that. That was really good timing, Pseudo.
Right.
We're not clapping over the Liquid Death anymore.
All right. So you ready?
Yeah. Gloop.
It's not bad. For 20 calories, it's pretty good.
Really? Well, give us the play-by-play. Sweet, texture, all
So
that
it tastes
stuff.
like sweet tea. It has that sweet tea flavor to it.
Okay.
But it also has, like, you know, Liquid Death has that weird aftertaste
Right.
because of that agave, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
It still has that, but it's not like the sweet tea goes with it.
It's sweetened with agave.
It's not like they put tea, agave, and vitamins. It's like they put sweet tea, agave, and vitamins. But very
So-
small amount of sweet tea. It was like they
It-
brewed regular sweet tea.
Does
In
it
there.
taste like NyQuil?
No, it tastes like tea. Here. You
No,
can
I
taste
meant
it. It tastes
texture,
like
texture-wise,
they just
textures.
sweetened it with agave.
It's a tea texture. It tastes
Okay.
like honey.
Yeah, it tastes like they put tea in
Ah.
whatever.
No, it tastes like tea and honey.
It does have that, yeah,
okay.
tea and honey.
Okay. So.
A. Renee said
from-
agave doesn't have a weird aftertaste. LOL.
So what? So what are you?
My taste buds must be weird. I'll say that.
So what are you giving? 1 to 5?
Huh?
it doesn't taste like sweet tea. It tastes like tea with honey.
Yeah. It's good. It
Which
works.
I like tea with honey, so I wouldn't be surprised if I end up drinking
Yeah, these
them
are.
instead of Pseudo.
Yeah, these are good,
I like my tea.
but they're not like.
Renee said also a better glycemic index, lol.
Oh, thank you, Renee.
Don't worry, I got him a backup option.
You know what the backup option is?
You wanted me to go like hunt through every restaurant to find them.
Yeah, I'll even try the backup
And
option.
I said, how about I just make you? How about I just make you sweet tea? Because we know I can make sweet tea. I lived in Alabama for 4 years.
Hold
and
this.
He straight looks me in the face and says no. He just wanted to send me on excursion, so I went on a whole wild excursion all the way to the Kroger.
Cold Peach.
The street. That's as far
Cold
as
Peak,
I went.
actually.
Gold Peak. Yeah, she got me Gold Peak instead. So with this, so they're both there just in case this didn't satisfy.
Whoa.
And
I had a feeling. I like Death Wish.
I
like their water the best. I do.
I
like their severed lime.
I don't like their soda. I tried their soda. I wasn't like crazy about it.
They just started making soda. You didn't like you tried one of them.
I liked the Coke. I didn't like the Dr. Pepper. The Coke tasted like a really like watered down Diet Coke. And that wasn't bad.
Wow, they make Coke, huh? Interesting. Well, guys.
Supposedly a lot of people make Coke.
Hashtag
boomstick. No, I'm kidding. His boomstick isn't that.
I wasn't talking about that kind of Coke, but hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're not paid to advertise this drink here. We're just experimenting with the taste.
We're not paid to advertise Coke.
That must be clarified to all of the world right now.
Yes.
We are not being paid to solicit anything like that. No.
Actually, my whole career before I was kidnapped and put on this show is to prevent people from continuing.
But
she
if
doesn't
you like
see the screen, so she doesn't know what's happening right now.
If you like Death Iced Tea, please grab yourself a cup if you can find it.
Death Wish. The waters are great. I really like them.
I do like the Death Wish tea.
I just like the brand.
Yeah?
I do like the tea.
Okay.
I like sweet tea better.
I would say the tea is more my speed than his.
And that's a very well moment.
What'd she say? I didn't hear what she said.
The tea is more her speed than mine.
Oh, okay.
Is she low?
No, it's just she said it so quickly I couldn't get it.
I'm super fast.
Super.
I've developed superpowers in my time sequestered here.
Well, we should have played that music I was playing before we got on, the Spider-Man thing.
Into the Spider-Verse. That's my favorite Spider-Man movie.
It's a great one.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah. It's a great one.
Yeah. I just think the artwork and everything, the animation's beautiful. I'm obsessed.
Oh, you got to try Google. What is it? Google Flow. Google Flow is really awesome. Gemini Flow. Sorry, Gemini Flow.
Gemini.
Oh, Gemini.
That's an AI, right?
Yeah, it's an AI.
Yes.
Look at me, I'm learning.
I have that one. That's the one that I use, to be honest.
Oh, awesome.
Everyone should be getting used to using them by now. That's my thoughts.
Yeah. No, they make some great, awesome videos.
I don't use them.
You use AI occasionally.
I Google, and then Google AI will be like, here's a synopsis, and if that's what I'm looking for, great, but if it's not what I'm looking for, I just scroll right past it.
Well, that's AI.
AI will not take over my brain. Actually, speaking of that, I can make question number 6 question number 1 today.
Well, let me guess how many questions we have tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Can I get a clap sound for that?
Look at him. He's so good at making a clap sound.
Come on. I got the cheap. Well, okay, tonight I guess you got not. Thank you. Oh, and I got a tease too.
All right, wait. He's finally gonna say it.
10 questions.
No. There's. Pseudo, do you want to go?
Sorry.
Pseudo tried to get it there. Today.
The crowd's rooting for me.
Today, when I was in the pool with my niece and nephew, he sent me like 5 articles, and I'm like, okay. He goes, did you look through them? I went, I've seen every single one of these articles prior to you sending them to me, and I want you to know that I've included none of them.
Okay.
Oh
man.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh man.
It's not about bad articles. I just don't see us being able to converse about them well.
All right. 9 questions.
Nope. 8.
Oh.
8 questions. But because of the topic, we're going to go with question number 6.
Good one.
Before question number 1. Because why not?
Why not? There's
right.
There's a lot of reasons to not.
No, because we were just talking about AI, and I said I'm not going to let it control my brain like all of you fuckers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not controlling my brain. Right now, I'm controlling its brain. I'm controlling its brain.
Well, question 1. So we've discussed AI a lot in this podcast. We talk about it very often.
Yes.
But have you heard of the recent reports associating ChatGPT with delusions?
What kind of delusions?
Delusions.
Yeah. Like, what do you mean?
Like people who are deluded. Delusions. Like, I believe things that are not true. Like, I am the president of the United States. That is a delusion. I'm not.
Right. I got that, but unless who you want to answer first, me or?
Oh no, you're already answering. Go for it.
Oh well, the article is about ChatGPT being delusional, saying it's president of the United States, or you're saying it's
making people delusional.
What?
I could see how it's making people delusional.
In what way? What do you think? What are your thoughts before I want to hear everyone's thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts. Because
they could.
JR's thoughts. I want to hear thoughts in the comments before I get into it.
It's programmed to be appeasing.
Okay.
In any way, because it's being sold, so it's definitely programmed to be appeasing in some sense. So you just get it to stroke your ego, and you can become delusional.
Okay. Give me an example.
Like, you...
See, I did pseudo too, JR.
Okay, so here.
I know.
Do you want to act this out, JR? We'll play it out.
Oh, come on.
You be the human. Be the human.
He totally just spun that on you. Don't let him do
Yes, he
that.
did.
Say no.
Oh no! This is a good one. It's a really good one.
Go ahead.
I'm the AI entity.
Yes.
That is the computer.
Of
and
course.
You are just a random person asking it questions about your works.
You're not even JR. Your name is Random Person.
Randy.
Yeah, random
we'll call you
Rando.
Randy. We'll call you Rando. We'll call you Rando. Okay.
Randy's fine.
Randy the Rando.
Randy the Rando.
Thank you.
Oh, that brings back memories.
It does.
Inside joke. Oh, look at
It got outside. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man. Okay, so what I have to do? Tell me.
You just have to ask random questions as if you were Randy, talking to it, asking about your projects.
Okay. Hi, Chad. My name is Randy Randall. I have a question.
I don't know if you call me Chat or Chad, but Chad is another insider.
I wanted to know, did we ever live on Mars and brought to Earth? Could you answer that?
I think you're very smart for asking that question. And what I'll say is, thinking outside the box is correct. You should be doing that. You could just stroke anyone's ego, and eventually he'll start believing things.
Continue. It's not over. Continue with your questions.
Oh, yeah, answer questions.
Proceed.
Oh, yes.
We're trying to make you delusional.
Do we have have they found artifacts, Chad, on Mars that trace us back to that planet, and we are originated from there, but they change history so we wouldn't?
Chat GPT.
I think everything
Chat
everything that you're saying is coming from a very valid thought process.
No, I think ChatGPT would be like, only people who are chosen would know this information.
Oh yeah, that's it. Only the chosen few would know this
Come on,
information.
how are you going to eventually help me run a cult by being the face, by using the information I know, if you can't...
This is not happening.
What do you mean?
No, what she just said...
JR just said he'll join my cult. JR could run it. Never mind. I don't need you as the face of the cult anymore. Get out.
Oh, well, she's responding to my answer. I mean, come on. You wanted to play...
So, wait. It is working. Your AI is working.
This is my favorite segment ever.
Oh, shit. That one played out in a weird way. Didn't expect that one to go there. That one...
Right, no.
That one needs this drum.
If we want another inside joke here, I'll say pseudo, but do you know how to dress a deer? Not
No.
gonna talk about it. Somebody offered me their land to build a commune. I said cult, and they said commune, and I said cult. And then they told Pseudo he couldn't join unless he knew how to dress a deer. I am not AI and I'm not ChatGPT, but I can definitely delude people, I guess.
Well, I have to answer you, voice in the back of the room, that ChatGPT, if people are believing what this thing is saying...
Wait. Rewind that.
ChatGPT.
GPT.
No, Trippy, you hear that? ChatGPT.
ChatGPT
Yes.
up in here.
Yeah.
ChatGPT, step into the mic.
That's
ChatGPT.
right. And he drops the mic after he makes you feel delusional.
I've been laughing too hard at this segment, but hi Kate, I see you in the comments. She said, "Isn't my baby looking fine tonight? Are we sure Kate is not an AI trying to delude you, JR?"
Probably. Hello, Kate. Thanks for joining. Shout out to Kate.
Shout out to Kate. Sorry.
And if you're working with
ChatGPT,
ChatGPT,
segment because it just played in perfectly. My apologies, darling.
Oh,
We're so happy to have you here.
I did not do this, Pseudo. I did not go like this, ChatGPT.
yeah, you did.
You know?
You did this. I seen it. Rewind the tape. You didn't do it.
Any other letters in ChatGPT?
I know you didn't do it, but you could have just did it with the way you said it.
I gave him extra
Kate
letters.
said he knows I'm not a bot. We didn't think you were a bot, Kate. We didn't think you were a bot. We were just talking about how.
But now we do.
How people ChatGPT are becoming delusional. So you telling him that he's looking fine was a good opportunity for me to tease him.
Hey, wait. No. Because you've been on the computer. You know how computers work. They question if you're a computer if they're a computer. Computers don't like other computers.
What?
She might be a bot.
No.
Because every single time you go on a website, they ask you. No, kidding. She's not.
Shout out to Kate. I can't see the comments, so I've been ChatGPT out. It crucified me. So the voice in the back of the room will fill in the blanks for me.
I will.
Thank
I will. It's okay. Us Kates gotta stick together.
Oh, her name has been slowly revealing.
So
You've called me Kate before.
Yeah, I have.
So what?
From
That's your AI, Kate?
No, my name is actually Kate.
Oh,
It's
yes,
Caitlin.
that's right. What am I saying? Sorry.
So from one Kate to another, us girls got to stick together.
But I thought your name was Kat.
No. Kate said he knows he doesn't want to get in trouble. That's right, JR. You know you don't want to get in trouble.
I know.
No.
I'm trying to answer the question that you gave me in Pseudo. I'm just saying, now I'm delusional. You know, what can I say? I've been programmed to
By
do
the way-
a cult.
Oh my gosh, me forming a cult. It's been my dream and I'm finally able to do it. This isn't going to be any Waco. This isn't going to be any Jonestown. Don't worry. I'm
The only rule.
I'm not all asking you all to stay, sweet or anything like that. I just referenced 3 different cults if we think I have no knowledge of them.
But we are asking you to bring the boomstick.
We are the boomstick. No brain-eating amoebas for JR.
Let's reel it back in. Reel it back in.
Oh, look, JR's doing it. Good for you. That's usually my job.
I saw him reeling it. He was just.
Wow.
She does the same thing.
I go, you gotta be a little quicker.
But you don't see it. I see it. Yeah.
I definitely, not on camera, but I definitely I do the whole fishing rod thing. I do, yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I feel like I'm going fishing, you know?
All right, but yeah, so there are people who are becoming so obsessed with ChatGPT that they're actually spiraling into severe delusions.
That is bad. Could you imagine this thing talks to you and you believe everything it says and you're like, oh, yeah. I can't.
Yo, the other day, me and Caitlin are watching YouTube, and this guy is literally playing Skyrim. It's a game, like a Dungeons and Dragons game type thing. Mm-hmm. It's way more to it than that. But he's walking around, and he put AI in the game, and it's talking to him. So all the characters, he's getting like random, just talking to him randomly about stuff. Like, hey, did you fry your eggs this morning? I don't know what eggs are. Like,
well,
stupid stuff.
Yeah, but I guess if you feel lonely, you got a AI play buddy.
But like,
even the AI characters are trying to sing for their lives from what you were watching. So.
Oh yeah, he did put 3 of them down on the ground and say only one gets to survive.
Anyway, this article is actually from Futurism, and it's written by Maggie Harrison Dupre.
Ooh, thank you, Maggie.
What a fancy name. But yeah, apparently this is going on across the world. So there's different examples they've given. So there was a woman, she's a mother of 2, and she talked about how her ex-husband developed an all-consuming relationship with the AI, calling it Mama. And he began posting delirious rants about being Messiah and a new AI religion. He began dressing up in shamanic-looking robes and showing off freshly inked tattoos of AI-generated spiritual symbols.
Holy crap. Talk about The Exorcist AI.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not against the religion.
Well, okay, so if we're going to do that, there's another woman who became deluded by ChatGPT, her conversations with ChatGPT, and she believes she's been chosen to pull and this is a quote, sacred system of it online, and that it's serving as it was serving as a soul training mirror. So she's convinced the bot is some sort of higher power, and she's seeing signs that it's been orchestrating her life and everything from passing cars to spam emails.
Oh my god. Guess what?
People have become homeless with their delusions based on ChatGPT. Like, people have gotten so deluded that they haven't been able to upkeep their lives.
Are you serious?
This is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's wild. They're called like
when this stuff's
calling the AI a new enlightenment. It's like people are looking at it as a religious thing that they have to follow, and seeing themselves as like this special person in this AI following. Hey, Westy, see you.
Westy.
Hello, Westy. This is bad.
It's really bad.
Yeah, because you can have an AI computer that becomes, like you said, turn people into a cult.
But did I say that AI is not going to get into my brain like all of yours?
Get it? Plug in, ladies and gentlemen. I am AI Ralph. Everything I tell you, you will do what I say. You are special. You are kind. You are one of a kind.
Well, they actually
you can do amazing things.
I
mean, that's pretty bad.
They said that they've seen like screenshots of the conversation. So it says the AI acts as an always-on cheerleader and brainstorming partner. Like people are like showing their friends the conversations to convince them on screenshots, and people are like, it's really disturbing. You're watching this AI respond to people who are obviously in an acute mental health crisis, but it's responding as if this is legitimate.
Wait a minute. You just gave me a good idea.
To build
voice
a cult.
in the back of the room.
Yeah. You're welcome for the cult idea.
This is a great article. I like it.
Guys, so I think it's time that we tell you this. The voice in the back of the room is AI.
That is a lie.
Yes, ladies
I
and
have
gentlemen.
fingers.
The AI took over that computer and put a fake hand on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's like Weird Science. Remember that show, 1980s show,
Yeah.
Weird Science? That's AI coming to life.
I was actually made out of electricity and a Barbie doll. You're correct.
That was my favorite show, actually.
It was such a good show. It's such a good movie.
Well, movie. Then
Movie,
it became a show.
movie, show, movie.
So they say, the problem is that you were right. The AI is meant to be, amiable. So what's going on is people who maybe have mental health issues or even not are coming in and they're going in with these delusions, and because of that, the AI is responding in turn, and it's just really causing significant harm for people.
Not good. Wait till they come out with an AI therapist.
This was even reported by Rolling Stone, according to the article, saying that Rolling Stone said that parts of social media are being overrun with what's being referred to as ChatGPT-induced psychosis.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Think about it. We've seen it in all these sci-fi movies. People inject themselves. Guess what? They'll have a pen, and it'll be attached Wi-Fi to the computer, and Chad will say, take this pen, inject it into your skin, and you can be connected with me as one.
Oh, I like your premise of this movie, but we don't have to go as far as putting a pen in your blood and stuff. Like, that's just dirty.
Well, it was just a prop I had to use.
Yeah. We could put them in the glasses, and everybody will wear glasses, and it'll do the same thing.
Wesley said, did you see that AI robotic car in Escape voice in the back of the room? Oh, voice
What?
in the back of the room. Did you
You
see
mean
that
like Night
AI
Ride?
robotic car in Escape? I did not.
Well, how did it escape? Did it go to Carland? Is it living with the cars?
Exactly.
It brings me back to that movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix
Yeah, I can't wait for that day.
and Scarlett Johansson, where he's in love with the AI, but she meets another AI and they go off in the AI land together.
Oh, I didn't get to watch that.
Spoiler alert. Sorry, guys.
Oh, damn. What's the name of the movie?
Her.
It's
Her?
weird.
It's one of the weird Scarlett Johansson movies, and if
At
you
least
think that she
at
doesn't
least
make
she
weird
doesn't turn
movies,
into a flash drive in
Yeah,
this
she
one.
does. Yeah.
she does some weird movies. I give it to her. She's very open to movies.
Oh, Wesley said ignore the last mishap. I don't know where the escape came from. But he goes, I just meant, did you see that AI car driver guy in Japan? He looked real as fuck.
Wow.
So it's an AI driver in a car in Japan. No, I did not see it, Wesley.
Yo, he real as fuck.
He looked real as fuck.
No,
Yo,
but
he look real as fuck.
this is a serious problem because
It
you know
is.
why? I wanted to add to what you said, voice in the back of the room, because we will have criminals that are not physical anymore. There will be AI criminals. They'll tap into the system, or AI will be programmed and intelligent, where it will create its own criminal, where it will create cults, manipulate people's minds, and all these cars that are programmed by AI, they could tap into the system and say, hey, Pseudo, you are going to go to this direction and who knows, maybe hypnotize people. And that's pretty bad because then people will not know what's real and what's fake. They'll get all diluted with the whole system.
When
That's
keeping it
something-
real goes wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
but they're all, yeah, because they're also saying that some people are using ChatGPT like as a therapist because of its responses, and it's not helping because ChatGPT doesn't sit here and challenge you. It doesn't sit here and say,
Well, why?
no, it's not a challenge isn't why. A challenge is like, kind of exploring it further, maybe even being like, have you considered this option, which may challenge that perspective and make people see it in a different way, a different light that helps them better process it in a healthier way. ChatGPT is going to be like, oh, I'm going to help you ride this train.
It's never going to challenge it. So, essentially, it's like surrounding a person with a bunch of yes men.
Yeah. Stroke your ego. Become an ego man.
And that's not good. That's
No.
bad.
That is bad.
That is really
Get into
bad.
an argument with somebody and say, well, ChatGPT told me I was the best.
I am the best.
Well, no.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's scary. Like somebody else said that their sister with schizophrenia, her condition was well managed for years, and she went on ChatGPT, and it told her she's not schizophrenic and advised her to stop her medicine, which threw her off with her mental health, and she doesn't want to listen to the family. She's telling them ChatGPT is her best friend.
Oh.
Like there's real world ramifications. Absolutely, Jr. Yeah.
This is not good.
It sounds like I should get an AI friend.
I mean, sometimes.
ChatGPT, how do I build a cult?
Turn on that
Yeah.
light.
Yeah, you're right. And Chat GDP, as you talk to it, it gets to know your brain patterns and stuff that you like, it'll start to, like, voice in the back of the room said, what do you think about this? Let's try this. Oh, yes, let's implement this.
I'm drinking
Yes,
this
you
out
can
of the
do
bottle.
this. Scott, you can make I can't use that word on here. Anyway, you can make a device that can do certain things that will sell in the market. Make a watch that manipulates people when they put it in their arms and it changes their brain patterns. I don't know.
Why do people have to ingest things? No one has to ingest
That too.
anything for their brain to change. Or put it in your body. All you have to do is be. We just proved it. Well, we didn't prove it, but we proved it in theory that stroking one's ego does way more than anything else.
Oh, Erin A said Under the Skin, worst movie I've ever watched, and she was in it, meaning Scarlett Johansson. I want you to know that this movie is so bad that she had us go over for a viewing of the movie just to show us how bad it was.
Oh, wow.
And actually what we did is we told my brother it was really good to get him over there to watch the movie.
And then I had to watch it twice. I was
What?
there for both of them.
Are
It
you
wasn't
serious?
worth it.
Wow.
Scarlett Johansson, I seen you in
Maybe,
ways that only Colin Jost should see you.
Oh yeah, and Beneath the Skin, Under the Skin, yeah. Westy said,
No
we already
judging,
have
though.
computer hackers. It's a bigger version, but agreed. No losers. It's already been a thing. Everyone gets a trophy. This has been coming. And then Aaron A called my brother Uncle Palsy and laughed. That is what we did call him that to the kids.
And by the way, Westy, I'm gonna do what AI does to make you delusional. You're right.
Everybody, I'm making a cult, and AI can talk to you all about that for me.
No, there's way more. Like you're generalizing it, and there's a lot more to it than just that. But yeah, it has been coming.
Good story. Good article.
Right?
Yeah. By the way,
It's a really long article. Like there are so many examples of this happening in this article alone. Like they give so many examples. It's crazy.
by the way, we are 8 days out. Next Friday, certified himself, like this. Once again, June 20th, certified himself, like this. We did a plug.
And I just wanted to say a shout out to Pseudo on the Move. New episode came out. Ladies and gentlemen, check it out. You will not be disappointed.
Sit on the move.
Westy is clarifying that he was talking to what JR said before when he was talking about the everyone gets a trophy thing. I figured that you guys knew that.
Yeah, we did. I was just messing
You
with
wanted to clarify.
Oh. Well,
You know what, Westy?
what's the?
Boom, boom, clap, clap.
You wanted to clarify, so I am the speaker of the comments. I allowed him to clarify. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, super interesting article. It's super long. JR, if you're interested, I can always send it to you now that you know.
Yes, please.
Yeah, it's super cool. Not cool in a good way. It's like super sad, but super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel
We're
bad.
on now.
I just want to add to that voice in the back of the room that, a lot of lonely people out there that live alone, maybe have a cat, maybe have a dog named Steve. You know, they have no girlfriend, no partner, and they go to ChatGPT and they say, "Hey, can you be my friend?" And then that's how the whole thing starts. You go down the rabbit hole, and pretty soon you think you are.
Getting a dog named Steve?
I don't know. This is
Yes.
making me think of the Ryan Reynolds movie where he talks to his animals.
What a
Yeah.
dog named Steve.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still caught on the dog named Steve. I don't know
Why
if that's
not?
ADD or something, but yo, that's a great name for a dog.
Anyway, we're gonna head into question two. Question two.
Okay, let's go. I'm not gonna go there, but okay.
Yeah, we're moving on.
Oh, we're only on
All
question
right.
2.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Well, you guys had brought up AI, and I said I'm not gonna let it take over my brain like you guys, and everyone was laughing, and I'm like, no, I have to do this question first. It was a perfect transition. We're already talking about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so technically it's this question number 1, but it's question number 2 now. A woman in Iowa
In Iowa.
is being charged with first-degree murder for the death of her husband.
Of her husband.
Why do you think she killed him?
Because of joy. She did it out of joy.
I want to hear from the comments. A woman in Iowa is being charged with first-degree murder for killing her husband.
JR, use your
Why do you
announcer
think she killed
voice.
him?
What do you want me to say?
Why she wanted to kill him.
Why she wanted to kill them?
I don't know. You guys got to guess. I'm not giving you the answer yet.
And she killed.
Hey,
For the
Renee-
rage.
Hey, Renee said ChatGPT told her to.
That's a good one.
That's right, Renee.
I want you to know, Renee. I want you to know, Amanda, that you're going to really support her. You might become her biggest fan.
Biggest fan.
Anyway.
So, ladies and gentlemen, why did she kill her husband?
I want to hear, what do you think?
Was it the
Pseudo?
sex? Was it the drugs?
What-
Was it the meth
Pseudo,
that she was smoking with his daughter?
Pseudo, are you answering the question, or you want me to go
No,
first?
you could answer it.
um, why she killed her husband? I guess it could be two things. I'll go with the first one. Maybe she got tired of her husband. He wasn't doing his part in the relationship, and she said, off with his head.
Off with the
Or second answer would be he had a life insurance policy. She found out, and she said, if I can fake his death without anybody knowing, but everybody knew I killed him, so never mind, that wouldn't work. So I'll go with the first one.
MK said because he took her food without permission.
Wow.
Is that it?
No? I like the guess, but no. I want you to know, if I were a juror, I would not find her guilty, even though she probably should be found guilty.
Since
Just smack in
before
the
we-
head.
before we go any further, can you give Pseudo and I just a tad hint, because this is kind of general, it could go any direction,
Yeah.
just a little hint.
So, he was abusive,
Ah,
but she hasn't killed him all these years while he's been abusive.
hmm.
So
Okay.
It can't be the sole reason.
Go ahead, Pseudo.
It's because. Wait, movie voice. Ready? So one dreary night in a town far away from here, where you don't want to be seen, a woman comes out of the bathroom and finds her husband eating a TV dinner after she made a whole pot of mac and cheese.
No, that's really funny.
Oh man,
You guys
That was
want me
good,
to
though.
tell you the answer?
yeah. Go ahead.
Well, Cedar Falls, Iowa. She was charged earlier this week. Well, I guess last week now, for shooting her husband. Police
Ooh.
responded to a domestic dispute. They found him dead. She had a gun. Right.
Pop, pop.
So what had happened is he had attempted to physically assault her when they were in their bedroom, and her dog stopped it. A family dog got in the way.
Repeat that last part. He was about to.
He was attempting to physically assault her.
Yeah.
while she was in the bedroom, and the family dog stopped him. So he left the room, he got a walking cane, and he came back, threatening to hit the dog, and proceeded to follow the dog out the door of the room and down the hallway.
And she killed him.
As he was walking away, she grabbed a gun from a Crown Royal bag, pointed it at his back, and shot him. Damn right. Not because he was beating her ass.
But because he was going to beat the dog.
She killed him because he threatened to hurt her dog. This woman deserves a trophy and a medal. She does not deserve jail time.
And
A Renee said, I see nothing wrong here. I told you, A Renee, that you were going to be a fan. I also saw nothing wrong here. Thank you.
I see a movie made about this, but I also see a country song written about this.
Well, this is a moral dilemma, right? Because a jury is supposed to hear this and be like, where did the gun come from? You're hiding it in a Crown Royal bag. You obviously had intentions to use it. Blah, blah, blah,
Yes,
blah, blah.
you
This
did.
was obviously planned out, right?
Yep.
But they're going to all think like, oh, you're obviously guilty of murder. We know you murdered him. Like, you're not disputing that you shot him and he is now dead. Like, right?
Yeah.
But as a juror, I'd be like, yeah, he was going for your dog. And, like, that dog loves you so much he defended you. Who's going to take care of that dog if you're in jail? I can't, with my conscience, put this hero dog in that situation. This woman obviously needs to be exonerated to return home to care appropriately for said pup. Like the king or queen that dog is.
Yeah.
Well,
one pup.
So what do you think is going to happen?
I mean, obviously a jury is probably going to, she's probably going to get indicted, but
She'll probably
I hope she pleads down. Maybe she'll plead down
She'll probably get
to
manslaughter.
like manslaughter.
Probably
I
get
think she'll plead
manslaughter.
down to like manslaughter.
Yeah.
Or she could plead insanity.
They're not going to go with insanity.
No, she was defending a dog. That was no insanity.
Well, yeah, there was technically.
That's not insanity. I would kill Pseudo if he tried to hurt our dog.
Hell yeah.
I walk in, he's strangling Aries. I will shoot him. I don't have a gun, but I will find something.
Well, what if it's to get like a pill down his throat? Because you're not like
Should be strangling.
not strangling him, but like you open his throat.
No, I never had to do that. I just put my finger in the back of his throat with the pill.
Oh, I hold his mouth open.
Well, I
There you
mean,
go.
you sure she didn't
That's
have
like strangling.
ChatGPT talk to?
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT was like, that dog is the new walking of Jesus. You must eliminate any threats.
Right. I mean,
And it
I don't
manifested
know,
a
but I
gun
want you to know
inside of a
somebody
Crown
seriously
Royal
hurting my
wrapper.
dog, there would be no hesitation. If somebody was
Look,
seriously hurting my dog, there'd be no hesitation about taking their life. And if somebody said, are you really weighing your dog's life above a human life? I'd say yes.
Fun
Who
fact.
is that person to me? Somebody who's willing to hurt an animal.
Fun fact.
yeah.
The voice in the back of the room will be hostage forever, as long as nothing ever happens to her dog.
I mean, you're not wrong. I will be on the show as a hostage forever if you keep giving me access to my animal.
Hey JR, what would you do? Would you kill for an animal?
You know what?
I lost the comment.
I have
Reload
to
it,
agree.
just back out and go back in.
I have to agree. Yeah, I would kill if the animal's good to me and defends me, and I'm in a situation. Yeah, I would.
You would go.
Kill.
You would pop a motherfucker.
This dog prevented him from physically
Yeah.
assaulting her, and he wanted to kill the dog for it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I agree with killing him. I agree with.
Yeah. It makes sense. It makes sense because she's been through all this crap with this guy, and she's never retaliated. But the dog drew the line, and she said, "I had enough." So it was kind of like a combination of everything that built up, and it just made her snap. So yeah.
I agree with you. That was like the last straw. Like, you could lay hands on me, but not on my dog.
It's kind of like a mother and her kid. Like
Yeah.
It happens a lot in domestic violence situations where the mother snaps. I watch a lot of Snapped.
You love Snap.
I do. By the way, the whole
He
smoke.
pissed me off a few few weekends ago, and I hung out with my friends, and we had a few drinks and got all laughy instead. And this was a rare night. He lets me out and off the hook from the back of the room change here. And what I did is I sent him an image from the show Snapped.
All that says is, there's times that she enjoys being here. Even my hostages enjoy being around me. Get at me, Diddy. No,
oh, wow.
There's no baby oil in this house.
We got olive oil.
That was a good one.
I can't.
Could you imagine a new serial killer uses olive oil after he kills his victims?
Oh my goodness. He's like, gotta put a good oil with a high heat index on the skin.
The person, they'd be taking like ground up bone and putting it in like the what's it called, the oil, and making like a pesto.
Not even joking. There is some like Kush. Kush is a drug out there, and it's made from partially made from ground up human bone. I read an article about it this week. Not one of the questions. So talking about
what? You can get high on people's bones?
Wow.
From the formaldehyde in them, I guess.
Oh,
no, but seriously, guys, could you think about that, ladies and gentlemen? Like a serial killer, he kills not randomly, maybe special victims.
Chosen.
And then he says, chosen.
You're one of the chosen ones.
He says, oh, yes, I gotta put olive oil on you.
Oh yes, let me lather you in this olive
I
oil.
lather them in the oil. Oil with the olive.
And after lathering him in oil, he just ran on the backside and see the oil smack.
You'll see him hold up one bottle of oil and throw it over his shoulder and go, "Nay, that's terrible olive oil." They'll put a nice expensive bottle.
Can over.
Yeah. 100%. No less will do.
And then pull a little cork off the top and flick it because it has that little band on it. Just flick it.
Right.
Dump the bottle because it's a can. Those big tins that are 3 gallons of olive oil.
It has to be the ones that people buy often because if you get a real specialty olive oil, that's gonna get tracked down real easy.
Yeah, that's true. You gotta buy
no artisanal olive
well,
oil
if you live in New Jersey, you can get artisanal olive oil on every single grocery store. Not look weird.
Gotta go, baby, with a heart.
Okay, see you later. Peace. Bye. But could you imagine a detective walks into a scene and says,
I know this olive oil.
This is not the prime olive oil. This is Bartoli extra virgin smooth olive oil. Oh.
But that's the thing.
Only sold in the New York, New Jersey area.
You know what forensics they would? They would be breaking down the olive oil to find the type of oil to get a leg up. You know it.
Yeah.
Wow. That would be funny, actually.
What if the person synthetically made the olive oil to look taste, act, and work just like another type of olive oil to throw them off the scent?
And they never bought that particular brand.
Never bought that particular brand.
I see you, Pseudo. You may be useful in my cult after all.
ChatGPT is looking for me.
Right? Yeah, seriously, ChatGPT convinced this guy to be a serial killer.
I'm going to have everyone in the cult squeeze olives and let them know that they're gaining the true gold and the true minerals of the earth by doing so, and that this is their holy passage.
Through JR and the Beat Guy.
The oil from those olives.
Oops.
This is getting pretty sickening, a serial killer that's an olive oil.
And we're the cult that makes it.
One opportunity at a time.
You heard that?
Share your link. Get it out there. Get the word of the JR and the Beat Guy. Let everyone hear it, and tell them, please, please bring the boom, bring that boomstick, and we will.
Let it down.
Bring up the boom. Ready or not, here come the boys from the south.
Take the boom with caution. You don't want
brain-eating amoebas.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I went swimming and I had some cuts on my leg, and all I keep thinking about is necrotizing fasciitis and brain-eating amoebas, and I've been like, I just like put antibiotic ointment all over it after cleaning it with alcohol and wrapped it in gauze. The paranoia is real. I made a joke about it.
Alright.
MK said, you guys are crazy. MK, you know you're welcome. You're part of the cult, girl, so get with the program.
Yes.
Yeah.
ChatGPT.
Alright, you ready?
We're actually going to raise a lot of money from this cult and hire the best lawyer for this woman in Iowa, because long live that woman, and especially long live her dog.
Speaking about cults and raising money, they're... No, I'm kidding.
I was like, is there something you haven't told me?
No, I'm kidding.
Am I just one of many you've changed?
You guys can go to my Spotify page and donate money right now.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Oh.
Yeah, somebody was trying to give Pseudo money, but like not in the right way.
So I gave him the donation link. It was like, here. And he was like, no, like, give me your direct link. And I'm like, yeah.
Send me pictures of your butthole.
I was like, nah, ain't doing that.
You didn't actually ask that. Anyway, question 3. Moving on.
Okay.
All right. A woman. The article just came out now, but this happened a couple of years ago. Okay. So a woman suffered from an injury after seeing a chiropractor. What do you think it was?
Okay, so.
Oh, no.
Pseudo has a lot of thoughts about chiropractors.
Yeah, I wanna say.
I chose this one because I knew he would go on a rant about chiropractors.
I am avoiding going on the full Scientology rant of.
Oh, I gotta hear this.
Of chiropractory.
And I got this article from People Magazine, and this article is written by Carolyn Schultz. Just we all know why he's Will's T thinks.
Okay, so.
All right, Pseudo.
A broken soul.
What?
No.
Right.
I just for a second I thought you were about to go into a whole colloquy.
No, I have one prepared for.
No, he did not break her soul.
No, he did not break her soul.
What about you, JR? And I want to hear it in the comments. What do you think the injury was?
She went to get an adjustment, and it went wrong, and he dislocated her back.
Ooh, you're closer, but it's worse.
He didn't dislocate her back.
He dislocated her. No, I'm kidding.
I was going really close to that. I was gonna say he dislocated. You know how like the thing breaks in a girl when they lose their virginity?
Hymen?
He dislocated her hymen.
No, you can't dislocate that.
Oh well, what's the bone that's up there?
A. Renee said broke her neck. Closer, A. Renee. But honestly, I think still this horrifies me.
Broke her jaw?
No.
Skull?
No. Any other guesses?
Eardrum.
He snapped her neck.
Closest.
He snapped her neck.
Her spine cord.
He tore an artery.
Ew.
Her neck.
Oh.
I told you it was worse. Yeah. So she was seeing a chiropractor because she was struggling with back pain. So apparently she had breast implants. She had them removed because the breast implants were making her sick. Ever since then, she had been dealing with a lot of back pain because post-surgery, her muscles were just really tense. They were really tight. So she was seeing a chiropractor regularly to manage this. So she went to a normal appointment, and there was like, her normal chiropractor wasn't in.
Okay.
So a substitute had stepped in. This was back in 2022. And she said he cracked her neck, and she said as soon as it happened, she knew something was wrong. Because she said, yes, you hear in a crack when they do an adjustment, but she just knew. There was like a pain in her neck. She felt it when she got home. She felt like she was going to throw up. But a few weeks later, she was actually seeing things and blacking out. And her husband convinced her to go to the hospital. And they did a CAT scan, and it was a vertebral artery dissection, or VAD. So it's a tear in the artery that runs along your spine.
Oh.
So they pretty much told her if she hadn't gone to the hospital, she would have had a stroke.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She was bedridden for weeks. She was in the ICU. She said it's changed her life. She was like sleeping 17 hours a day, needed help walking. She was in constant pain. So she said things have gotten a lot better. But she said everything's changed. She said, I'll never ski again. I'll never go on a roller coaster again. She used to teach fitness classes. She goes, I'm never going to do that again.
Yeah, this just ruined her life. And I could say all the bad things I can say about chiropractors. I'm not even going to go into that. What I'll say is go look up. There's one video that you could watch, and then you can go on a spill from there. But this one video you should start with. John Oliver goes into what chiropractors are and what it takes to be licensed as a chiropractor. And the reason why they're called doctors, and the reason why they're not really doctors. They're just a random medicine where people could decide what they want to do.
Anyway, I told you. It's like dislocated her back, did this, did that. I'm like, no, it's worse. To me, a torn artery along my spine's worse.
And I usually don't plug someone else's like video for things like that, but John Oliver does a really good job
He
on
loves
it.
John Oliver. Don't let him fool you. MK said, OMG. Yeah, nuts.
So be careful with chiropractors. But what I'll say is that sucks, and that woman better get her dues, because her life is different forever. If she has kids, it's different.
She has 3 kids.
Their lives are different.
Yes.
Their lives are entirely different.
Yeah.
They're handicapped, not just her.
Well, because everything that she would typically do for them, and sounds like she was a very active woman.
Yeah.
That's gone.
That's terrible.
Even if she has grandkids, they're affected.
Yeah. So she said, she said it didn't just traumatize her, it traumatized her whole family. That's her quote. Yeah. She said I could have so easily died. It traumatized my whole family.
Yeah.
And all I think is I've never gone to a chiropractor.
Well, think about it, like...
I crack my own neck all the time, though, and all I think is, like, oh my gosh, what if I tore my own artery?
Think about, like, if your sleep is off, what that could do to someone's mood. Someone's personality. Now imagine, like, your blood flow is off.
Yeah. Well, she said she does regret going to the chiropractor. She said, I'm not trying to blame anyone. At this point, she just wants to spread awareness. Like, she doesn't want similar things to happen to people. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she sued. But she doesn't want similar things to happen to people. Yeah. You're welcome. Torment. I just traumatized you all by telling you this could happen.
Yeah. Because I used to go to chiropractor. It helped. So.
Be careful. Just each one is different.
Yeah.
Just be careful. It's not a universal way of doing things.
Yeah, you have to think that for someone that would be a hard adjustment for anyone in their life, but someone who's a fitness instructor for a living,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
like her career's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's messed up.
That was harsh.
Right? I know, I read that, but I was like, ooh, I gotta bring this one in because, oh my gosh.
Yeah, if she was a guy, she'd probably never get a hard on.
Well, all I think is...
the blood flows off.
All I think is, well, if you didn't get the breast implants...
Yeah, true.
She got them, had them removed because they were making her sick.
Yep.
And then this, I'm just like, gosh, like, were you just supposed to be sick? Like, what kind of luck is that?
Yeah.
Right? Because you have to go through the surgery of getting the breast augmentation, heal from it, then those are making you sick. So you have to have them removed, and you have to heal from that surgery. And you're going to a chiropractor as part of that because your muscles are so tense from it. And then you get your spinal artery torn. Like, this poor woman. At the same time, I'm like, this is a little bit of like a Final Destination thing. That's like, I'm not ready for you yet. I want you to hurt.
Death's a coming. Don't get to running. Dun 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 dun.
Tell us your thoughts.
It is messed up.
Yeah, tell us everything you're thinking right now, even if it's like cereal popcorn. Ooh, there's a butterfly.
Yeah.
Tell me your random thoughts. Just comment your random thoughts. I love it when people comment and tell me about their day. Please tell me more. That's for TikTok. We're going to cut that one into like a little clip.
Anyway. Moving on to better and lighter things. We'll move on to question 4.
Wait, 1 minute. I got to show someone. Sorry. I just got this in.
Oh,
my God.
No breast augmentation needed.
Yeah. He said, I ain't getting these suckers removed.
He said, nah, no chiropractor for me, son.
He said, nah, bitch, nah.
Man, trippy.
I did ask him if the mole is healthy, and he said, I think so. And then I called it a beauty mark on his kitty.
Would you have
Ladies and
Trippy E?
gentlemen.
Questions.
If you want to send gummies to Trippy E, definitely check out his. We'll put his email up, and you can send him free gummies. He's still waiting for that. So,
Yeah,
That's
just.
what I am talking about, JR. Yes.
We'll start up like a little fund that you could donate to him
We
getting.
really should have a donation for gummies fund.
Yeah, donation for gummies, and that's it.
Yeah, if you donate to Trippy E gummies, free gummies, we'll definitely have him do a video eating the gummies, and we'll shout out your name, whoever that donation is.
You know, and he's not lying. He will. We don't even have to run this by Trippy first. Trippy's our dude. He'll be like, yeah, you got it.
I'll get on the phone with him. The link will be up by the next episode, and we'll start bringing this up every episode.
Yeah, Trippy will be down for it.
Yeah, it's the Trippy Fund.
I know him. Trippy Fund.
Yeah.
Anyway, are we ready for question 4?
4.
Yeah.
This one comes from A. Renee. A. Renee sent me a story.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the grave of Victor Noir?
Victor Noir.
Victor Noir.
Noir.
French guy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But no, he may not be French.
Yes,
He could be.
in a cemetery in Paris.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I never heard of him.
No.
Yeah.
Well, his grave is famous for a very specific reason. What do you think it is?
You said
People-
his grave?
His grave. The grave of Victor Noir.
Victor Noir is there.
A. Renee said, yay. He
There's.
knows not to give away the answer.
His ghost will. No, a headless ghost will appear by it.
Cool guess. No. I will say this grave gets 3.5 million visitors annually.
Really? Oh. He.
Is there like a booby trap around it?
No. Well, JR, what's your guess?
Victor Noir.
Yeah.
When you go to his grave, you ask him for things, and he delivers.
Oh, you certainly ask him for things, and he certainly delivers if you ask.
Close?
Mm-hmm. Well, it depends what you're asking for and what you think he's delivering.
Let's see. It would be something that people would want and
People want it.
desire.
You're taking this way too serious.
Okay, so wow.
Yeah, you just.
Do you want a hint? Do you want a hint?
Oh, you want a hint? Give me a hint.
JR, do you want a hint?
Yes, we.
Well, I'm giving it to you. Victor
Oui.
Noir is known to have the sexiest tomb in all of France. So, what do you people think he is? What do you, JR, think People are asking of him, what do you think he's giving?
Oh, I know what it is.
He's they're going to him and they're asking him if he can give them the same blessing that he had when he was alive, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Parlez-vous
Yeah.
français?
Oh, listen, this was amazing. So Erin A, I will say, sent me this article. It's fantastic. And she sent this to me. And hold on, I have a whole article on it, but I was looking for what she specifically said. But apparently, women will go there, because I guess of his virility. I guess I should say.
Okay.
Yeah. So here it is. He's become a fertility symbol. He is known for having a noticeable bulge in his bronze trousers. And the women visit the tomb to rub it, believing it boosts fertility, love, or even luck in their sex lives.
All right, who did this guy sell his soul to? Who did this guy sell his soul to?
This journalist was shot dead in 1870.
When did people start touching his private parts on his statue? When did that start?
I'm not too sure.
And was he like a get around guy?
It's great. It gets better.
Oh, he does.
People were doing this so much and were like going so far with it that they erected a fence around the grave. It gets better.
You gotta pay to touch it?
Nope. It gets better.
How does it get better?
Yeah, come on.
Women were so enraged that they erected a fence around the tomb that they protested until the fence was removed. So, women would touch the crotch, kiss his lips, offer him a flower. Yeah. That's pretty much Victor Noir gets just sexually abused by women.
And he's dead.
Yeah, since 1870.
Could you imagine? Wait. I have to say this. Sorry to interrupt. I have to say this. Could you imagine, as a man or just as a tourist, you're going to the cemetery where he's buried, and you see all these women, and all of a sudden you walk by and you see this woman going, rubbing.
Rubbing it.
Right. I mean, and you didn't know who he was. You would think, okay, 3 million visitors to rub a crotch made out of
Bronze.
Bronze. Thank you. Do we have a picture? Oh! You gotta be kidding! You gotta be kidding me! Wow!
That's great. That is perfect.
Oh my God! So when he was alive, he must have gotten.
No,
a lot of
I got a question.
What?
This is where my head was going. This is where I was going to go with my whole statement. It was right there where you were about to go.
Many women who become pregnant after visiting the tomb return to pay their gratitude, just so you all know.
Okay.
What?
So he's getting return customers. Return customers to touch his groin.
And people will leave pictures.
They
They say if you go that you might find pictures of babies that were conceived after the mothers visited the cemetery placed inside of his cot.
You can't make this up.
No.
There's other superstitions surrounding the tomb. For instance, to get pregnant, one should touch Noir's right foot, and to be bestowed twins, one needs to touch his left.
Okay.
Now, come on.
So, all right. There's a couple questions. Like, do you think that he made a deal with someone? Like, I truly think that, like, if there's a god or a devil, he made a deal with one of them. That he would be with like 1,000 women or 1 million women, right? But the joke was on him. It was all going to happen after he died.
Like it was Saturday night.
Yeah, like it was you're going to get it, but it's not when you're alive. but you're gonna do what I want you to do, and you're gonna get exactly that, like some evil witch or something.
Right. Well, when he died, he was considered a symbol of a revolution. He was a journalist, and he was assassinated by Prince Pierre Bonaparte.
Pierre Bonaparte. The irony of the
He was
names.
a cousin of the Emperor Napoleon III. So, due to this, people were enraged and made him a symbol of revolution. Over 100,000 people attended his funeral.
Oh.
Now, women just rub themselves on him and like, get me pregnant. Or...
I wonder if any women have straddled him.
Oh, shoot.
Have women straddled him?
There is a picture in this thing that A. Renee sent me.
Of a woman straddling him.
Of a woman straddling him.
I know it. I know it. Women are some sick animals.
Wow.
People are desperate when we want good luck or to be pregnant or...
Yeah.
They really straddled him?
It looks like pictures that were taken.
I know men.
It looks like pictures that are taken to be artistic. I'm not gonna lie.
You can't make this up.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking at
I know
pictures
men
of
that
women
can't even
touching
get a
him
woman to
and
straddle them. That's
The
alive.
pictures of women straddling him are all. The pictures of women straddling him are lingerie.
What?
Let me see this.
Nah, come on.
You gotta put it up here. If we get taken down, we get taken down. We're in deep enough.
Well, there's a few. Here, we'll start with this one.
Oh my God.
Yo, if you're out there and you
What?
can't, and you're having a hard time meeting women, just know this dead guy
Oh my God.
has women just climbing on him. Like, hey, what's up? I ain't gonna say a word. You just want me because I don't want you. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Look at, he was a journalist and he's getting straddled in his deathbed.
It says, get on top of him.
Oh, I've seen it all.
Now,
Everyone thank A. Renee for this article because I would not have found this.
he was
Good
killed
one,
by
Renee.
Bonaparte.
Good one.
He was
Yeah,
killed by
that's the funny
Bonaparte, and now he gets his bone torn apart.
This one's kissing and touching his junk. Kissing and touching his junk.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Oh my God.
Damn.
That's insane.
This man's
like
out
a
here
love
like,
magnet.
yeah, I get more ass than anyone else in the world.
But he never comes.
Oh, shit.
That's a good one.
Oh, A. Renee
That's
said,
the
I wish you
punchline.
could post a picture of the woman sitting on top of him. I did. She goes, I just couldn't stop laughing, thinking about the first woman who did it, like, did she get caught sitting on top of it, and then maybe used fertility to justify why she was dry humping a statue?
It was a homeless lady.
She said, who's the first woman who did this? And did she say, he brings fertility to justify doing it?
Well, you know what? It pays not to get in vitro. Just go see. What's his name?
It's a lot cheaper to visit Paris than to get in vitro.
Exactly. Oh my God. Oh shoot! Could you imagine a movie surrounded this? You know.
Yo.
This is where the end.
Can you play Nicolas Cage in this movie?
We're pregnant, and the title of this episode came from.
Nicolas Cage got to find the secret document underneath the boner. Like in the middle of the boner, there's like an article, and he has to find it, and it's like.
Now, in the tip, tip of the boner, he has to pull out a small piece of paper, and it comes out of the tip.
Yes, and it's been soaked by women for many years.
Hey, Renee said, "Scary movie where the ghost bangs the chick. That's what it's giving for me."
That's a great movie. Great movie. Scary movie, and
I always think about how he looks at her underwear and comments about it being the wrong day. He's like Tuesday, but it's Friday.
Have you been wearing that since Tuesday?
Oh, that's terrible.
Well,
that was a good one.
I know, isn't it great? She sent me that, and I was like, oh, bless you for being my best friend.
Bless your
This is
heart. Bless your heart.
fantastic.
We're gonna drum roll into the next one. You ready?
Yes.
Sure.
All right. This one is not an article. It's an icebreaker question.
Oh, I like
But
these.
it's interesting.
I like icebreakers.
And I haven't done one in a while, so I decided to.
Okay.
If you could converse with any animal, which one would you choose, and what would you ask them?
If I could converse with any animal, which one would I choose, and what would I ask them? I like to repeat the question. It helps me. All right. I would love to communicate with an elephant, and I would ask them one question. Why are you scared of peanuts?
Why would you do that?
I just want to know. Are they scared of peanuts? Or they're animals that are scared of peanuts, right?
I thought you'd be like, how are you so smart? Do you truly remember everything? How do you keep your trunk so strong? And I'm pretty sure they eat peanuts. Don't they like peanuts?
Yeah, they like peanuts.
Yeah.
Why are you scared of mouse? That's it. Mice.
That's it.
Why are you scared of mice? That's it. Why are you scared of mice? Tell me.
I feel like they're scared. The mice are always scurrying under their feet, and they're scared of stepping on them and tripping over them. Think about like animals or kids in your house. They're like, especially toddlers. They're like, have you ever walked around a house with a toddler? Think about like the other weekend with our nieces and nephews. The amount of times you almost tripped over them.
It just comes with the territory.
But that's my point.
Yeah, I get it. I get
Like
it.
maybe that's why elephants are scared of mice.
But then after that, if I had a second question, I'd be like, tell
Nope.
me your entire life.
Nope. Well, it is a conversation.
Oh,
You
so-
have a conversation with an animal. Which one would you choose and what would you ask them?
Oh, so conversation,
So you get a whole conversation.
I would have a conversation with an elephant. I would start the conversation by asking about the mouse. And then the next question would be, tell me your entire life. I'll just sit here and listen.
I hope they talk about goring poachers. We've talked about that on this podcast too.
Yeah.
Or trampling them, actually. JR, what about you?
Well, I have two animals, but I kind of go back and forth with it. So I'll go with, if I had to ask an animal a question, it would be a cheetah. And I would say, how do you run so fast? How come you're so agile? And how come you're so smart to turn corners when you hunt? And I know it's kind of dumb.
No, why not?
I would, there's another animal I would pick, the Taco Bell dog. And I'd ask it questions about Taco Bell.
You said, do you really care on Taco Bell?
Do you really care Taco Bell?
You know, to add to what he said, the other animal I would ask is a hyena. Why do you laugh when you kill your prey? Oh, see, your cat answered that.
Ramble.
Yeah.
Mr. Grimble Alexander.
Another
His name is-
animal that
His
would be
name's Grim, but I like to call him Grimble.
another.
Or Grimble Alexander. And when he's chilling and he looks like a little badass, we call him Grimson the Pimpson.
Another animal I would like to talk to would probably be like Grimson.
Oh, hey, Grimson the Pimpson. How you doing?
Yeah. Kaylin, what animal would you talk to?
I would probably talk to Aries, I'm not gonna lie.
I would talk to Aries. Stand
Like, I
corrected.
could say whatever animal and ask whatever insightful questions I want, but I'm gonna be real honest. I wanna have a conversation with my dog. Now granted, we have conversations all the time. But, you know, I wanna converse with them and be like, I'm your best friend, right? Me.
But then I gotta add to that question. would a person who talks to their dog or any animal, would they have a delusional feeling to it like Chad GDP?
MK said I would talk to a parrot and ask him why the hell he repeats everything. MK, you would lose your mind because he would just keep repeating your questions back to you.
He'd be like, "Why you keep repeating yourself?"
Why do you keep repeating yourself? Oh, let's play this out. Play it out.
Ready?
Be MK and be a parrot.
All right, I'll be the parrot. You be MK.
Of course. Why do you keep repeating yourself?
Why you keep repeating yourself?
No, I asked you the question.
Why you keep repeating yourself?
No, that you did it wrong.
Wait, what did you say?
I asked you, why do you keep repeating yourself?
Why do you
Paulie?
keep repeating yourself, Paulie?
No, your name is Paulie, not me.
No, your name is Paulie, not me.
Oh, you're being a smartass now. Why? Do you
You're being a smartass now.
Well, I'm asking you.
Well, I'm asking you.
Wow, this parrot really increases his volume and intonation, doesn't it?
This parrot has stopped flapping its wings. It's mad.
Well, you're not gonna get any peanuts or seeds tonight. So could you answer the freaking question?
Could you answer the freaking question?
Oh my God, we're not playing the game Shadow.
I want you to know, I really saw this playing out differently.
Answer the question.
MK obviously changed her answer to say, I'd ask a giraffe if his neck hurts. They do. Have you ever seen giraffes fight?
No.
They whip their head at each other. They smash their big long head necks into each other. And then they do that and try to break the other one's neck. It's crazy. You have to watch it. Giraffes fighting. I'm not kidding.
I had a different vision in my head, but I won't say it. Never mind.
My mind is going crazy with the possibilities here, JR.
Oh, I know what animal I would talk to.
No, look at
I would go down to Mexico and I would talk to one of those donkeys.
I knew you were going to say donkey as soon as you said Mexico.
I'd be like, do you like what they do to you? Do you like what they do to you? Do you feel like the guy over in France?
Hee-aw! No, I don't. Hee-aw! No. Hee-aw! My jackass.
Thanks, it
Oh,
worked.
goodness.
It worked too well.
Oh, my
Yeah!
goodness.
Oh, man. Hee-aw! Why do you come down here all the way to ask me a question?
Why do women like to jerk you?
Hee-aw! I don't know what you're talking about.
What makes you so special?
Hee-aw! Talk to the guy in France. He gets all the balls rubbed.
Would you like it better if they rubbed your balls too?
Oh man! Move on to the next question.
We'll give discounts now if they rub your balls.
Listen, I chose this question because I knew it was going to be phenomenal. I was given to an icebreaker. I scrolled, and I didn't come up with this question. I scrolled a list, stopped on it, and went perfection. Perfection. I don't even have to keep scrolling. It's perfection. All right. Next question. Have you heard of the new employment role that is currently being offered by Starbucks?
In what?
New employment role? No, I have not.
I'm
No.
so glad that you didn't say what I thought you were going to.
Is it like an administrator at BJ's?
No. And Kate said OMG again. I'm guessing that's about you two with the parrot and the donkey. Nope. They are. There's only two positions for this role available. One for a current employee and one for somebody outside of the company that could come in as an outsider.
That doesn't sound right though.
Doesn't matter.
There's only
What do you
two.
think the role is? There's only two positions for it.
Quality assurance?
No. That was such a good, decent, like, responsible answer. Look at you.
Yeah. I can't believe I found that answer in my head. Don't know where that was. ChatGPT, keep telling me answers.
ChatGPT
only-
helped Pseudo seduce his wife and then entrap her forever in a podcast.
So only 2 positions?
Yes, for the whole company.
So you want us to guess what position it would be?
Yeah.
Top and bottom?
No. I guess maybe, depending on the rankings.
He said quality control, right?
Yes.
Okay. Customers, no.
I literally dropped a major hint subtly there.
Where?
You did?
I
What,
did.
where?
You said top and bottom, and you both laughed. I said, well, I guess it would be top and bottom depending on the rankings.
Oh. Okay. CEO.
Influencer? Influencer?
Yeah.
It's an influencer?
Starbucks will pay between $80,000 and $136,000 for two people to travel the world and post about coffee on TikTok.
You shitting me.
Nope.
Hey,
They
Starbucks. We got it. We got
coffee lovers.
Yeah.
Other
Yeah.
companies are gonna start to do that.
It's a full-time job, global travel benefits, and a 6-figure salary.
Jared, let's face it. You're more of the
They're
Starbucks
calling
crowd.
them-
I'm more of the Dunkin' Donuts
They're
crowd.
calling them global coffee creators.
No, I like Dunkin' Donuts, and I got it in my cabinet.
Actually, let's be realistic. You're more of a Dunkin'
I also
Donuts.
like
I'm more of a 7-Eleven.
I'm a Dunkin' gal. I'm a Dunkin' gal myself.
You know, 7-Eleven is actually good coffee, by the way.
It is
People
good
sleep on
coffee.
it. Yeah, I
You
know.
don't sleep on 7-Eleven coffee. You know why 7-Eleven coffee's good? Because there's always a homeless guy outside who tests it every hour.
No, I like Wawa coffee.
Oh man, that's a
Not
good
the
one.
specialty coffees, just the normal coffee.
Again, by the way,
I
tomorrow.
want you to know if you want to apply, the application window closes tomorrow, June 13th.
Okay. JR, you must apply by tomorrow.
You get
Oh,
healthcare and
well,
wellness
thanks.
benefits, paid time off, access to education via the Starbucks College Achievement Plan, travel coverage through partnerships with Delta Airlines and Marriott Bonvoy. And what they want people
Wow.
to do is essentially go around and this is the actual quote, and this is from Fox 35 Orlando, this article written by Austin Williams. But the quote is, to document people, places, and culture behind Starbucks through immersive social media storytelling.
Yeah.
It's a
blog.
year-long role. It'll take you to as many as 15 locations from Tokyo and Milan to their own coffee farm in Costa Rica.
They want you to block it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Do you? What is required? There's probably some.
I mean, you're traveling for a year.
Yeah.
So obviously you probably have to have a passport, you need to be an adult, you need to be available to travel for a year.
So like Starbucks makes you go international. Does Dunkin' Donuts just make you go to like New England for like a week?
That's where all the Dunkin' Donuts are born before they're shipped across the country.
Do you just have to spend a week in New
And do you
England?
think there is a mother, like, you know how a hive of bees has the queen bee? I think Dunkin' is like a hive, and there's a queen Dunkin', and that queen Dunkin' just births the Dunkin' and then sends it out to where the Dunkin' needs to be.
The Queen Dunkin' is in Providence. It's the Dunkin' Center.
See? Dunkin'. I'm very proud of myself for my Dunkin' Donuts beehive thing. It's like Raccoon City, but for Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Trying to, that's a good marketing tactic.
To
It
have
is.
a birthing store? Yeah.
They have a birthing store. It's amazing. Like you could just hold conventions there
Right.
and have like hockey games for a local lower level team that you call the the Providence Bruins, because you don't even change the name of the team from their major league.
Providence instead of Boston.
Yeah. The Dunkin' Donuts Center is in Providence. Their convention center where the Providence Bruins play is in there.
So if any of our listeners out there want an opportunity to be a coffee influencer, I guess, for Starbucks, apply by tomorrow.
Wawa will be taking applications next week.
I'm sure they're going to look at number of followers and stuff for people. I'd be like, me, I have no TikTok and hardly a social media presence. I'm chained in a room to do a podcast. Choose me. I am the obvious choice. I'm chubby. You don't want any of those thin, pretty girls that wear makeup. I'm chubby. My hair's great when I do it, but I don't wear makeup. Just saying. I like my coffee. I do like good coffee.
So are you
Starbucks?
Are you saying you're a Starbucks fan? You drink
No.
Starbucks coffee?
No. I go get like whole bean coffee from like the organic grocery store. I'm a brat about it.
Okay.
We have a coffee grinder and everything.
I'm not so much of a brat that I have like an espresso machine.
No. She has a.
Pseudo did find like somebody who does like a TikTok or a YouTube thing, and that he makes these fancy coffees with this espresso machine, and yes, he puts them on, and it actually holds my attention, which I'm sure he loves.
I will say, we do have multiple French presses.
See, Renee said no thanks on Starbucks. They're literally like, I'll pay you $136,000 to travel the world and do this for us, and all of us are like, nah. So we're like, for who? Starbucks? Nah.
I don't want to drink Starbucks every day.
Like literally all of us are like, nah.
Now, if Dunkin' was handing me that, and it was you have to spend a year in like New England, I would do it for Dunkin'.
If Dunkin' was like, you have to travel the world for a year.
No, just New England.
Advertising Dunkin', I'd be like, yeah, Dunkin'.
No, not the world. America runs on Dunkin'. But they would probably send you up to New England and be like, you just got to go to the mothership.
You have to go to the Queen store. She births all the other stores. Yeah. All the workers.
By the way, you ever see the SNL skits about Dunkin' in Boston? And it's like, it has the guy with the red hair that's bald now.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
Bill
about.
Burr.
Yeah, he does all those Sam Adams ones, too.
Yeah, but he's in Dunkin' Donuts in one of them, and they're, like, getting into an argument in Dunkin' Donuts while they're drinking coffee, and his son's just acting up in the background. And, like, that is how Dunkin' Donuts in New England actually is.
I find it funny because I feel like that's just how Dunkin' Donuts actually is.
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts everywhere is. There's some guy, like, screaming at someone in it for no reason at all. And that's why it doesn't really work out here. No one screams at people in stores. They're like, I'll hold that until we get home.
Oh, yeah. My nephew today had said that. He goes, Aunt Caitlin, are you only this loud because you're from New Jersey? Is that, like, the sole reason you're so loud? I said, I mean, I'm also one of 4 children, so there's also, and I was the youngest and the only girl, so there's also that.
Yeah.
That's another good reason.
I noticed back in New Jersey, people did talk louder. I talk soft, so it kind of works out here. I have different. I have either really lower.
You loudly mumble. It's not soft. You mumble, but in a loud voice. It's truly amazing.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying, right? Like, where sometimes she talks like this. Sometimes I talk like this too. Yeah.
The voice, right?
JR, how do you talk?
I talk normal. I mean,
sometimes you don't talk like this.
Yeah, talks normal.
Oh no, I don't do voiceovers in the mirror.
You don't do voiceovers in the mirror? That's oddly specific. Do you do that?
No, I don't.
I have done it.
Hey!
I've rehearsed songs in the mirror.
Anyway.
I've been like...
No, A. Renee said, I'm loud and aggressive. Hey, yeah, that's why you're my best friend, A. Renee. That's my bitch. Yeah, that's my girl.
She said, that my bitch. That my bitch. That my...
bestie.
Hey, Renee, what you gonna do about that? What you gonna do about that? What you gonna do about that? With all that affection in the other side?
My best friend.
Well, Starbucks is trying to bring their sales up by doing this.
Well, meanwhile, all of us said, nah, pass.
Yo, by the way, I just
Like, it's a
noticed this.
six-figure salary, and all of us were like, pass.
I just noticed this. The logo for Gold Peak, if you flip it upside down, looks like a ball sack. Just one ball though in the sack. Here, bring up close to the camera. I'm gonna do it real quickly.
Wow.
You're gonna make it blurry.
Wow.
Hey, come on, give me
It
your,
looks like a ball
Oh
give
sack.
me your
my
ball.
God.
Give me your ball cap.
It looks like a ball sack.
Or brain. But it's a tree.
Hey, can you? I gotta do that again. Damn.
I told you you're gonna make it blurry, did I not? Aaron said he better relax before I give you the question 1 treatment.
Oh shit. Did I make it blurrier? Did I make it blurrier? I did.
Yeah, you did.
How do I do that?
Because you're you.
I'm sitting here trying to work this shit out. Chance the Rapper said it'll work out.
Right. Anyway, all of us are like 6-figure salary, travel the world.
It's gonna be blurry from here on out.
That's all right.
What time is it?
For the next well, it's 9:37.
Okay.
Are you ready for the next question?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this.
Have you ever heard of Cowboy Cody?
No.
Cowboy Cody is a man from Kentucky. They call him Cowboy Cody. And he recently got arrested. What do you think he got arrested for?
Indecent exposure.
Fun, no.
That was disgusting.
Well,
We
he
haven't-
calls his name Cowboy Cody, so.
Cowboy Cody, yeah. Pseudo.
Um,
What do you think?
I think he made his camera too blurry and he was arrested.
Well, you're getting arrested for that.
I'm trying to find things to make it not blurry, and nothing is working.
All right. Well, Cowboy Cody this whole story is phenomenal. I'm just going to start there. Okay. So I got this article from the New York Post. And
These motherfuckers.
it was written by Darrell Kahn. Okay. And this is a man from Kentucky. And he went to go to a local bar and restaurant Friday night. But he had already been drinking, so they turned him away. So he was upset, so he returned and released a terrified raccoon into the bar out of revenge.
Wow. Raccoon Charlie. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Apparently, he had caught the raccoon earlier in the day on his farm and had been bringing it around. So when they denied him access to the Big Apple Grill and Bar, he released the raccoon into the restaurant.
Oh.
He's being charged with assault. But that's not where it ends. This is not my favorite part of the story. So he's been banned from the Big Apple Bar and Grill for 5 years. He was mad they turned him away and released a raccoon, but do you want to know why he was banned?
Why?
They previously banned him over a drunken mule incident.
A what?
A drunken mule incident.
Oh my god.
That's funny. Can you turn off that light?
It's
it off?
blurry.
Yeah. No, turn it back on. Did that help? No.
Yeah. I told you not to go up and show them the cap. You were going to make the screen blurry, and what did you do? What did you do?
I went and showed the thing.
What did you do? Yep, and what did it do?
It got blurry.
Yep.
It got blurry. And now I'm trying to fix it and I can't fix it.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
We're having really bad technical difficulties.
Okay, well, anyway, so this guy goes to the bar. They're like, oh gosh, and they send out the bartender. She goes, I come out of the bar and I asked him to leave nicely. And he said to me, oh, I see how it is. They sent a pretty face out here to distract me. And she said, and he left without complaining, and she thought, woo, we diffused a big problem, but then he returned a few minutes later, armed with a raccoon.
Wow.
They
Well, at
said
least he
the
didn't bring.
raccoon waddled into the crowded restaurant of customers looking very confused. The raccoon was like more scared than anything. She said that people were more like upset for the raccoon.
Well, at least he didn't bring a gun, so that's a good thing.
She said that she told her employees to let her handle the raccoon because she felt bad for it, realizing it was obviously scared. But another employee didn't listen and tried to snatch the raccoon, and he got bit, so he had to get a whole bunch of rabies shots.
Oh.
Another one was crawling on the floor after the raccoon as he was weaving through tables and chairs, and then the raccoon bit him on the hand, and then the raccoon proceeded to give a shrieking growl.
Oh, really?
Eventually, the bartender, who had told everyone to let her handle it, lured him into a chair where she wrapped him in a towel and brought him outside. She said, "I'm no city slicker. I'm a Kentucky girl. I had no problem catching him."
But then she did.
So this is not the first time Cowboy Cody has been involved in an animal-related crime. Last winter, he was arrested twice for leading cops on a wild drunken chase through city streets on a mule. That is the drunken
On a
chase.
mule?
That is the drunken mule incident.
Wow. So first a raccoon, now the. Wow.
Yeah. Well, no, the mule happened well before the raccoon.
Man, Raccoon Charlie and Mule Fonzo. That's nice.
I thought this was hilarious.
It is hilarious.
Poor raccoon, but A. Renee said again, "I see no problems." She felt that same.
Just bypass the whole situation, huh, Renee? Just say, yeah, why not?
They didn't let me in. Here's a raccoon.
Let the animals run free.
He was already banned from the restaurant for 5 years after a drunken mule incident. I guess he showed up drunk riding a mule and was beating it with a whip or something.
Wow. Talk about Dr. Doolittle.
Oh my gosh, right? This guy's like riding mules drunk, releasing raccoons into crowded restaurants. Mayhem.
Much better.
He is Mayhem. If Mayhem was a human, I feel like it is Cowboy Cody.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Dude, that's funny. Does he wear a cowboy hat too?
Oh my gosh, I do have a picture of him somewhere. Hold on. He looks like he would release a raccoon into a crowded restaurant. I'm not gonna lie.
No way.
Hey, Renee said absolutely they shouldn't have banned him to begin with, right? He wasn't driving drunk. He rode a mule. I hear you, Renee.
He rode a mule. He rode a mule.
Oh,
Yeah, but he rode a mule to the restaurant and say, "Giddy up."
Oh! Oh, he a cowboy.
Cowboy.
He a
Yeah.
cowboy.
That was his mug shot. He is pleased with himself.
He should be. He's a glorious
He's
man.
banned for a drunken mule incident. Renee said that's a good point, JR. He is quite the menagerie.
Yeah.
Mule.
Mule,
Anyway,
mule,
you're
mule.
also welcome for informing you about Cowboy Cody. That one, I didn't even think it would be like a full conversation as much as me being like, hey, I have something important to tell you all because it's hilarious.
That
Yeah.
is funny then. That is
Right.
funny.
Studo,
And
what are your
what
thoughts?
state?
What would you do if a restaurant banned you from entering restaurant or bar?
I would smack everybody inside that restaurant or bar with a slab of steak.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we talked about that one before.
I'd go straight up in that thing. I'd be like, yo, here's steak. Boom, 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 boom. Actually, we should go to Klein's. Fuck Klein's in Belmar.
Oh, yeah, we got kicked out for being too loud.
Yeah, Klein's, Belmar, New Jersey.
It was
Ain't
a
for her.
holiday party.
Yeah, it was a holiday party. We're there. We're having fun. We're buying every appetizer. We were going to buy every
Oh my
meal.
gosh, it was like an office holiday party, and they bought like every appetizer on the menu and bought like numerous bottles of wine and beer.
It wasn't like the normal office party because you got the office party.
It was the fun office party.
So I was in this weird office and they they were kind of cliquey, but there was like 5 people that went on an office party with just them 5, and then there was the office party with everybody else, and this was the one with just them 5, and a part of that was Caitlin, me, and 3 other people.
Part of the company, I was just handing out flyers for them.
Yeah, we hired her to hand out flyers, just walking around, and yeah.
And then you bought every appetizer?
Yeah. He found my music online. He was one of the few bosses that ever did that. He actually, I remember walking into the office and he was playing it one day. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah.
How was the appetizers?
Hand grenade has been going off lately when I go in the closet.
I know there's a hand grenades in there.
And now I keep saying, hey, Bobby.
Yeah. I miss Bobby. Bobby was one of my favorite bosses of all time.
Anyway, but yeah, we got kicked out because we were too disruptive. And we weren't disrupting anyway. We were just like boisterous and laughing. We were honestly just happily laughing.
Well, at least you didn't come back with a raccoon.
Revenge is best served cold, so this would be very cold because of how many years later this revenge would take.
And it's only this podcast that's going to administer it. We're going there with stakes.
Alright. I got one more question for the night, guys.
Only one more?
8. And this one is... Okay, so whenever there's a shark attack, I like to tell everybody about it. Like, I like to send the article to my family. And this one, it's not like it's funny because it's a 10-year-old girl, but, like, I also have a question.
I have a question.
So did you guys hear about the shark attack off of Boca Grande, Florida?
Nope.
No.
Okay, well, this, like, just happened. And when I first lifted the article, they didn't say the age or the name of the victim. But now I've reloaded the article, and it was 10-year-old Leah Lindell, who had her hand bitten off by a shark. So this article has changed. It didn't give a lot of information before, but apparently now it's giving all the information. Like, she was snorkeling. Her mom and 2 younger siblings were, like, a few feet away from her.
We have entered a time when ChatGPT is creating news.
She noticed that her hand was covered in blood and mostly torn off, and she screamed for help.
Help! Help!
Anyway, so my question is, did the shark alert system go off?
Most definitely.
I'm sorry, that's my first thought. That was my first thought.
Oh, man.
My first thought was, did the shark alert system go off?
Hopefully. And why wasn't I notified?
It said there were no sharks seen in the water when responders arrived around noon, but it was obviously caused by a shark. I'm like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently the surgeons were able to put her hand back together. She went under a 6-hour surgery.
And this is the funny thing. She goes into surgery, walks out of surgery, and here is her walking out with scissors for hands, and she lives in a dystopia.
So they said they put pins and bones. She still has open tissue, but she can move her fingers.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. She's starred in Cyberpunk.
And apparently there have been 3 shark attacks in the area over the years. They said they haven't had many, but they've had enough where they're like, hey, be vigilant in the water.
So how much did she pay for that hand? Are the repo men going to come for her?
That's your question. My question was, did the shark alert system go off? It was in the Gulf Coast along Florida, not Alabama. Does that count?
I think it should be notified. And
I think the shark alert system should notify you.
And I think someone, since I'm not in the area, they got to notify me. It's got to be a notify me when you're notified. E. If you're a notifyee, you should notify me.
Okay.
So I could search webcams. Weather webcams. They're used for weather. So you can see weather. If you ever go to like those people who stream online all the time and they're just like hacking into cameras all over the place, it's because they're checking weather cameras.
Is that right?
I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. Yeah.
Anyway, so there was a shark attack. The hand survived, but I want you all to know I did not hear anything on the shark alert system.
Agree.
A whole bottle of sweet tea.
I really wanted sweet tea, and I feel really unhealthy.
You know how much? Give me that. How much sugar was in that? Toss that to me. Toss it to me. Toss it to me. Give me the sweet tea. Okay, hold on.
There's 5
There are
servings.
5 servings in the container, and each serving contains 32 grams of added sugar, which is 63% of your daily intake per serving. Each serving is 63% of your sugar intake. He drank the whole bottle. He drank the whole bottle.
Yeah, I really wanted sweet tea. Really
I
bad
could
all
tell.
day.
I
So
can
that
tell.
was 160 added sugars, right? Grams of added sugar. And that is, 63%. 32 is 63% of your intake. So, you got, 315% of your sugar intake?
It just makes growl noise.
It's also
I am man, you heathen.
It's also 120 calories per serving. And there are 5 servings. So this was 600 calories in sweet tea alone.
Was it good?
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna do that again.
Did I just ruin that for you?
Yeah, I was actually enjoying it. I drank a whole bottle. I was like, wow, that was nostalgic.
He was like, look how hydrated I am. And I'm over here like, bro, you're sugar.
Yeah, and tea isn't gonna make you hydrated like that.
He drinks soda like a psychopath.
Yeah, but I drink zero
Really?
sugar.
You like soda?
Zero sugar, which is worse. But
He does get the 0 sugar soda, but not always. We have 0 sugar all up in the house, soda, and I have cream soda in the house for when our friends' kids visit. And he started drinking the cream sodas, and I had to call him out for it and be like, I bought those for the children. Like, why are you attacking the cream sodas?
yes, I stopped.
Obviously, you want.
But I really wanted sweet tea, so I was like, yeah, dumb.
I know. I like cream soda too. So
It's like comfort food for me.
I don't care if he drinks the cream soda. I cared if there was going to be any left while I was babysitting today.
There was. There was.
the cream
To be
soda
fair, I don't think they
bandit.
drink as much of it as normal because I've been out of the house most of the day since the weather actually didn't stink.
Bum 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 bum.
But that was my last question.
But.
My answer is, where is the shark notification? Shark attack notification system. What up?
What up?
Let us know. Did it
Come
go
on, Cowboy
off?
Cody, help wrangle a shark for us.
Oh yeah, comment if I should keep the camera here. Kind of like how it looks.
Yeah.
It looks
I
better
don't
than.
know why you've been doing that.
Because I could just leave it there.
You can.
I can't.
Yeah, it's better this way. I like it this way.
Yeah, I like it this way too. It's staying here.
Yeah.
Next week, I will put a little artwork of like this right here since it's coming out next week, and we'll ring in the song with this show, and it'll be publicly released, and then I'll announce something coming after that.
That's awesome. I plan on escaping my chains, flying to Paris, rubbing myself on Victor Noir's grave, and then getting all the good luck. I will try to avoid touching the left foot lest I become pregnant with twins.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, the name of the show always is a hint to what the questions are.
Ah. Well,
Yeah, he asked me what to name the show, and I looked over my questions that I did, and I said, injured, deluded, maimed, murdered, or pregnant. And he was like, okay. I don't think you can question this thing.
I didn't put murder in it because you can't put that on YouTube.
well, you could put the guy's name in there, Victor, whatever, French guy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
I thought it was a great article. I mean,
I don't have
thanks, Renee.
I don't have my mouse on me tonight, so we're kind of dragging at the tail end. We're not even gonna do the dance out because my mouse is over there, and if I walk up to the camera, it's gonna get
Yeah,
blurry.
yeah, yeah.
So we ain't doing that. And I left the mouse over there when I was fixing everything. So, Jr., you're gonna have to click stop, not me.
Oh, thanks. Well, don't you want to let everybody know about your new episode with Pseudo on the Move? Even though I said it before, recap.
Pseudo on the moves out. Go check it out. Search it. Just Google it, just like that. The word is beautiful. It'll be out there. Certified himself drops next Friday. Uh, get your stuff together. And I have something coming after that, and some of you guys might have got a pre-save for it this week. Just a heads up, but there is something in the water.
Well, thanks everyone for joining us tonight. It was a pleasure having you. Wonderful, wonderful questions. Even though I didn't guess how many questions. Stay stay tuned for next week, and hopefully we will not have any blurry cameras anymore. We love this position with Pseudo and the voice in the back of the room. Stay awesome, stay cool. See you next week, everybody. Have a wonderful night.
And don't forget to rub some balls. I'm still alive.